you. Before we get up to the finals, I just want to congratulate Lambovi Connections again on achieving the third place playoff spot in the plate championship. Some of you may be a little confused, but we've always said 20 teams, 2 champions. So this is the finals of the plate. Next weekend we're going to have the finals of the gold. To contest the finals in the floor plate championship in Veterans Football for 2017-2018 is VSADC versus Caricom Masters. VSADC in the traditional red, black and green color, and Caricom Masters in all blue. Let's start with the lineup for the VSADC team. Number 19, Felix Mark. Number 6, Sean Curtin. Number 5, Byron Duncan. Number 11, Bernard Modest. Number 12, Rufus Mata. Number 16, Gilroy A. Mitchell. Number 17, Benjamin Satan Gabriel. Number 9, Guy Jabatis. Number 10, Matthias Goofy Jules. Number 18, Davidson Wayne Belizaire. And the goalkeeper, number 46, Stanley Flores. Round of applause for VSADC. They're coached by Trevor Anderson, and the manager is Christopher Lamontari. Now on to Caricom Masters, goalkeeper, Albert Frederick. Number 3, Joseph Evans. Number 30, Cecil Cassius. Number 7, Andre Emmanuel. Number 5, Brian Shaw. Number 8, Clemens Gonzaga. Number 4, Justin Edward. Number 17, Curtis Llewellyn. Number 10, Alvin Malakan. And number 2, Gillen Bishi. Round of applause for Caricom Masters. The coach is Solomon Alexander, and the manager is Ronnie Frederick. The referee tonight is Jehan Polius, AR1 Harriet Joseph, AR2 Chantal John, and the former official is Mr. Junior George. We have some persons to meet the teams. I think the technical director of the competition, David Niles, is going to lead a party of individuals. We have Tony Police, of course, from Solution Distillers. We have a man from Better Sports Inc., ever helping. So it should be intriguing between the two. Both of those teams have won the competition before. That's the Gold Cup, that is. VSADC on 3 occasions. Caricom Masters won in 2015. So something's got to give between those teams. May the best team win, VSADC or Caricom Masters. Let's see who's going to walk away with the silverware on show here tonight. Clearly, I can see some nervous faces. Don't want to get too close to those guys, because the nerves are kicking in. I see nerves on number 11, nerves on number 12, nerves on number 10, and nerves on number 5. Just want to also say happy birthday to the VSADC goalkeeper, Stanley Flores. Hope that it will be a happy birthday at the end of the game as well. But happy birthday from Tennis in Glasgow. I wish you continued success in your veteran stage, and may you all have a good game. Enjoy the game, folks. If this big boy is 20 million, they go in. Got it. They go in. Let's go. We are.
And we're off here with the finals of the Flow Plate Trophy, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017-2018, contested between VSADC, decked in the red, and of course Caricom Masters. And let me make mention to you, Caricom Masters coming into this one have not lost a game throughout the tournament, and they came off the group stage with 6 points in a group with Ancillary, Central View Fort, BTC All-Stars, and of course Canris Veterans. And VSADC came out third in their group also with View Fort South, Valley Legends, Masha Veterans, and of course Congorians. So both teams came out of their group with 6 points and being in third position, playing the finals of the Flow Plate Trophy. And of course, making mention of VSADC, the defending champs of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. The defending champs from 2016 to 2017. They've let go of the main trophy and trying to take hold of the plate trophy here tonight. They've won the trophy on 3 occasions. That's in 2011 when we had the Revival Veterans, and of course in 2013 and likewise in 2016. A clear picture there of Alvin Malakan, the number 10 striker there for the Caricom Masters. The man in the middle is J.N. Polius, AR number 1, Harriet Joseph, AR number 2, Chantal John, and the 4th official is Junior George. This one is a let off there from the number 19 for Caricom. Matthias Jules there, the number 10 for VSADC. There with Justin Edward, the number 4. Free kick there to VS. This one is lifted there by Ferguson Balboza. This was Felix Mark there for VS. Met on the far side there. Caricom Masters trying to get into the final third there of short way off target. That of the goalkeeper. Stanley Les Forest standing in goal here tonight for VSADC on his move there. And Sean Curtin with the well, allowing Les Forest to put it wide. VS looking for the first goal here on the far side, the cross coming in. And in studio with me in the commentary booth we have Terry Finnis there. Yes, of course, some good movement there, Terry, by Caricom Masters looking for their first goal here in the finals of the Flow Plate Trophy tonight against VSADC. VS, well, letting go of the Gold Cup trophy and trying to catch hold of the plate trophy here tonight.
Well, you know, anything that's affiliated with Flow is valuable Chinese, so
yes, and of course we have Terry and a gent from Flow right here tonight.
Yes, and of course the Flow are part of the Veterans Tournament from inception, and wonderful to see it going from strength to strength, and you see the passion and the excitement, and you see the crowds continuing to come in and people continuing to come in and support the Veterans Tournament. And of course Flow is very proud to have been part of this from inception and to remain part of this fantastic event.
Yes, of course, one of our corporate sponsors on list.
Foundation sponsor.
Foundation sponsor to be exact.
I really appreciate that.
Felix Mark whipping this one across. A head was met there, straight over the transversal. And Flo has been with us from the incept.
And of course we have some specials as usual on just after the gate. A number of folks coming in and spinning and winning just by topping up their flow phones, and special handsets on sale as well. Always part of the Veterans Tournament, no matter where it's held, and they'll be on as well for the Gold Cup final coming up.
Yes, of course, the Gold Cup final will be contested between Soufrière veterans and, of course, Grosile. Grosile thrashed Mabuya 4-1, and, of course, Soufrière, they got the better of Central Vieux-Fort by 4-2. This will be played right here at the Philippe Marcelin ground. That's February 10th, Terry.
Yeah, and it should be another exciting encounter. And you see here two city teams playing in the Flow Plate final. But one of the wonderful things about veterans football is that it really reaches every corner of St. Lucia. This year, bigger participation than ever before. You had 24 teams in total entered for the tournament, and then 20 teams, of course, making the tournament proper. So really exciting to see the continued growth of veterans football in St. Lucia. And again, I mean, just happy that Flow could be part of it. St. Lucia and the Caribbean's leading telecommunications service provider. And of course, you know, we're involved in so many things sporting. You, of course, yourself, Chinese, part of the Black Heart. I mean, you're thinking with Black Heart Chinese after all. So part of the Black Heart football tournament. Proud to be affiliated, of course, with Laverne Spencer, the Carifta Games, and of course the Olympics coming up again in 2020.
Yes, of course. And if you'd like to top up your Flow phones, this could be done here tonight. And of course, next Saturday, come the 10th, we have valuables here, courtesy Flow. Here tonight we have handsets. I think we have phones on sale here tonight. Likewise, Terry?
Absolutely, Chinese. Always do. We just like to do everything we can to ensure that the patrons are happy, that they get a little extra value for their money. And of course, the Flow customers get a little extra bang for their buck as well when they come to veterans football and enjoy a fine final like this one, VSADC going up against Caricom Masters for the Flow Plate Trophy.
Yes, of course, and it's still locked at 0-0 here between Caricom Masters and VSADC.
And just a note, Chinese, as you know, a number of awards will be presented after this one. It looks as though Alvin Malacan has now sealed the title for the fastest goal.
Yes, of course.
Because he got past the 2-minute mark.
Yeah, he's from the Caribbean Alliance company. Yes, of course, he's the CEO. He's the CEO in Veterans in Sports, and of course, he's on the field there for Caricom Masters, wearing the number 10, clinching the fastest goal so far.
Yeah, Chinese. So he's assured himself that one of the awards he bought is going back to him. and who knows, he might be one of those lifting the title at the end of the night as well.
Yes, of course, Alvin Malacan. There you see Satan Benjamin Gabriel. He's trying to dance around his man, and he was robbed in the process. It looks to me like Balboza there, the number 19. He's trying to square it wide, looking for his man on the near side. Caricom Masters looking to make some inroads in the final third of VSADC territory.
Yeah, and an even game so far, not a whole lot of menace from either side, but just sort of feeling one another out. And these are teams which know each other well. They've played each other in the plate, they've played each other in the main trophy, the Gold Cup trophy, so they know each other well. They've both been part of this for quite a while, from inception. In fact, VSADC, one of the storied names in St. Lucia football. Caricom Masters quickly developing their own reputation, and they are both going to give as good as they get this evening.
Yes, of course. They've locked horns here tonight. Not relinquishing the trophy at all. That is a VSADC. They've let the main trophy go, but tonight they are looking to hold the plate. Simple as that. Sponsored by Flow.
Yes, indeed. Thanks very much for having me here, Chani. I think I'll be making my way down to pick up some liquid refreshment to support one of our co-sponsors this time.
Yes, Terry, it's always nice having you with us in the commentary booth. Some good control in there by Alvin Malkan and of course an agent there from Flo. Terry Finisty just dropping into the commentary booth. Is of course telling us of the valuables there at the entrance. That's a courtesy Flo. We have handsets, we have phones on sale, and of course you could top up your phone here tonight as you see Sean Curtin is whistling this one across, looking for Felix Mark. Well met by Bernard Modest. Modest is looking for Satan Gabriel, finding his man. Gabriel again. A Goofy letting this one go. Barbosa. Barbosa losing there. Looks to me like Gilroy Mitchell giving chase. And this one is ricocheted off the defensive third. That's Cecil Cassius for Caricom Masters. Felix Mark with the corner. Benjamin Gabriel is well marked there. To me like Gonzaga there was on the end of this one. Some very good work there by Andy Joseph. Spreads it wide. Is looking for Gillan Vigier. Vigier finding Curtis Noel. Noel is looking for his man there. Ball has been spread quite perfectly by Caricom Masters. And Malakan is looking to challenge Sunless Forest there on his birthday. Guy is shadowing the defensive third, likewise Marfias Jules, defensive third of Caricom Masters. And Albert Frederick is putting this one into touch for throwing to VSADC to be taken by Felix Ulysses Mack. Matthias Goofy Jules. Back to Felix Mark. He's trying to bring this one across and not handling it on the far side there. A nil all here between the two. It's 10 minutes. Into the first half. Gillan Vigier is looking for his man, Andy Joseph. He's trying to dance around the defensive third of VSADC. No problems there for Lesseris. Malcolm looks unhappy. Modest for VS. finding Matthias Jules. Modest is giving it away. Justin Edward there is tracking back. Sean Curtin. Gilroy Mitchell goes wide to his man. This one was in the path of Matthias Jules, but it was well handled there on the far side. It looks to me like Curtis there on the far side. Corner to VSADC. Whips across, finding the head of Matthias Jules and over the transversal of Elbert Frederick. Matthias Jules with hands on waist. And Barbosa is having some heavy words there to his defensive third. Gonzaga finding his man on the far side. Some very good work been put in there by Romanas Inglis. Throw in there to Caricom. Inglis back to his man. Gonzaga. And oh, lovely shot there of the moon just hiding from the clouds there. Partly hidden there in the clouds. Good control there by the man moving forward for Caricom Masters, and he was impeded. Under Joseph on the far side. Davidson Belizier with hands in the air. With a one-man wall. And the Joseph is going to whip it across for Caricom Masters. No problems there for Stanley Les Forrest in goal. Ulysses Mark finding his man. Morris goes wide. Mata finding Guy. Guy goes wide. Finding Belizier there on the far side. Throw into Vias. Mata with the throw. Guy. Gilroy Ipa. Wide. This ball is put into touch there for a throw-in to VSADC. Emmanuel goes to Theobald Gonzague. Again, he launches this one forward, and the whistle of Gian Polius went. Curtis Noel fires this one forward. Ahead of the defensive third was met for VSADC. Thrown in there by Joseph Evans. And it looks to me that Dwayne Phillip was mishandled there in the process. Theobald Gonzaga lifting this one for Curtis Noel. Guy Jabat is just coming into the picture there for VS. And Curtis is bringing this one. And Alvin Malakan putting this one at the back of the net. Les Forrest spilling this one on his birthday. Malikan putting this one at the back of the net. 1-0. In favor of Caricom Masters. Alvin Malakan scoring in the 19th minute of the first half of the Plate Trophy Finals. Malakan finding his man. Some very good turn there. Andy Joseph. Barbosa is trying to lift this one over the head of Felix Mack. Justin Edward. And it looks to me the whistle went there.
Again, a bit of the score, Caricom Masters lead 1-0. It seems like a howler by the goalkeeper.
This one is list forward there, looking for Matthias Jules. And Matthias will try and put this one in with the outside of his right boot and not troubling Elbert Frederick, not at all. Throw in there to VS. Gilroy Mitchell. Finding the head of Curtis Noel. And Benjamin Gabriel was on the end of this one and just couldn't keep it in the play there. Goal kick to Caricom Masters, taking the lead in the first half of our second encounter here. That's the finals of the Plate Trophy, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. Caricom Masters has gone 1 up against VSADC. Some good work there by the defensive third of Caricom Masters, Joseph Evans, putting this one into touch. He's guarding Matthias Jules. Matthias Jules finding his man, and this ball is swooping across there, and Albert Frederick is dealing with it the way that his compatriot would have liked, and And not this time. Putting it out for a throw. Sean Curtin. Almost giving this one away to Malacan, but some good work there by Gilroy Mitchell. Barbosa winning possession there. He was robbed. Morris. Some very good work. Felix Mark. Morris between two players just came past. Barbosa. Some good work there, and Joseph will give up the chase to Sean Curtin. Felix Mark. Morris. Guy to Goofy. Goofy goes wide, finding Mata. Goofy is well dealt with by Theobald Gonzaga. On the far side is Joseph Evans. He's finding Inglis. And Les Forrest is coming out of his goal area there to deal with this one and putting it into touch. Throw in there to be taken by Joseph Evans on the far side for Caricom Masters. Doing battle there is Romana Singles. And it looks to me that they've won themselves a corner. Or is it a throw? It's a corner to be taken there by Andy Joseph. Caricom looking to go 2 up. Oh, the head of Malacan went up there, but the defensive thread of VS is putting up a resistance there. Guy Shabatis. Curtis was well met. There again, and Albert from his goal line area. Kalekin, no problem whatsoever. Spikes this one forward. Finding Andy Joseph, and Andy was brought down. Gian is going to have a word with the culprit. Looks to me like Mata on the end of this one. Curtis Noel has not find a favored spot, and a guy Jabatis let's just point to the direction. He lists it forward there. Justin Edward, that is some good control in there from Justin Edward. Oh, this one is a let off. And a shot taken there by Romana Singles. And not troubling the keeper, not at all. Mata goes wide. Receiving. Gabriel Goes back to defense. Sean trying to list it forward there to Modest. Clearance there again. Felix Mark was trying to put this one in the heat. Throw in there to VS. Felix Mark finding Modest. He's giving it away. Some good work there by Dwayne Phillip, trying to get out of the defense. Elbert Frederick trying to take control of the proceedings here. Morris is doing battle here on the near side, winning himself a throw to be taken there by Felix Ulysses Mark, finding Matthias Goofy Jules. Goofy is doing battle around the defensive third, and what a shot taken there by Benjamin Gabriel. Well collected there by Frederick in goal. Was not well connected there by Benjamin Seaton Gabriel. Is only God knows. Felix Mark is entertained there by Andre Emmanuel. Felix Mark winning the battle. Felix Mark has gone back to Valence Duncan. Ipa Mitchell going to Mata. Mata is a shadow there. Some good work there by Cecil Cassius. Matching on sides there with Goofy. Modest looking for Goofy. And Goofy was coming from an offside position. Cecil skipping this one, and now he's pushing it wide to his man. And Justin Edward is doing battle with Modest, and Modest is looking to win the battle here. And I think there's a throw in there. Winning the battle is Edward. He has the throw. Benjamin Gabriel trying to find his man moving forward. Curtin to his man, Morris, losing it on his part there. Failing to keep possession of the ball is either or. Justin Edward lifting it forward. Throwing it to Caricom Masters. Like Sean Curtin there. Sean Curtin not looking all too satisfied. get it up on a limp and Cecil Cassius has launched this one forward, but straight into the path of the defensive third of VS, but they've given it away again. Edward again, losing it to Modest. Matthias Jules trying to whistle it to Benjamin Gabriel. And what a save there of the keeper. Giving this one to Modest again. Oh, what a save again by Elbert Frederick. VSADC asking some questions here. Gilroy Mitchell squares it wide, finding his man. Dangerous run there. And the head was met over Benjamin Gabriel. And it's up and over. Throw into VSADC. Guy just couldn't keep the possession and is hustling it back. Well, the ball is given away to Sean Curtin. And Sean is brought down. A free kick there to VSADC to be taken there by Ulysses Mark. Shot! What a... Oh, it has gone back in! It looks to me like Sean Curtin there bringing this one back in, and you could see the young lady there enjoying herself.
We just saw VSADC equalizing, goal scorer Sean Curtin of the rebound. Powerful left shot, good save by the goalkeeper, however, Sean Curtin was able to...
Well, it's the equalizer there from Sean Curtin after a good save from Elbert Frederick. VS is back in the game. One all here between the two. It's evenly poised, and VS will start from defense. Charles will take the throw there. Well, rather he'll leave it and call someone. Charles is trying to dance around the defensive third of Caricom Masters, and this one is issued into touch for a corner kick. It will be Felix Mark with the corner kick there on the far side. Very flat. And again, it's put out for a goal kick for Caricom Masters. So far, Malikan has, I think, 2 or 3 goals to his name. Likewise, Guy Jabatis. Charles. He was finding Guy, and a Guy couldn't keep it in play. Throw in there on the far side. Joseph Evans with the throw for Caricom Masters. Giving this one away, Guy Jabatis. This one was in the path of Benjamin Gabriel, but Curtis Noel knew better. Trying to lift it forward, looking for his man. But Morris finding Gabriel, Gabriel finding Goofy. Goofy is well dealt with in defense. Zephrinus Frederick. That's relinquishing the attack again. Sean Curtin for VS. He's well tackled there and well matched there by the number 9 of Caricom Masters. Gilroy Mitchell goes back to his defender, Valence Duncan. Curtin. Mark goes wide to Mata. Mata. Some good ball being played there, and it looks to me like Benjamin is ruled offside. VS trying to come from behind there and looking for 2 quick goals in succession, and looking to take the lead over Caricom Masters. Cecil goes wide, finding his man, and just giving it away to Morris, finding Gabriel. Guy. A shot on goal there. No problems there for Albert Frederick. Albert looking for Zephrinus Frederick. Shot off target there by Andy Joseph. VS will start from defense again. Clearance there by Mitchell. In defense is Cecile. It goes back to his keeper, Albert Frederick. Albert produced a wonderful save there, a wonderful skip there by Cecile. Livid left it for Brian Jean, but VS will start again. And the whistle of Gian Polius went. Curtis Noel with the free kick. And at the first half whistle, it's locked at a 1-1 here between the two at the finals of the plate trophy, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup this year. 24 teams came in, and 4 teams were relegated, with 20 teams playing the tournament, and the top 10 playing for the main trophy, and the bottom 10 playing for the plate trophy. Here is the finals of the plate trophy contested between VSADC and, of course, Caricom Masters. In the 19th minute, it was Alvin Malakan finding the back of the net for Caricom Masters, with Sean Curtin, the equalizer, after a wonderful save was produced by Albert Frederick. And of course, it's Winners TV capturing veterans football at its largest and highest point here at the Philip Maslet grounds in Viewfort. We'll be back here in about 15 minutes for the second half of our finals of the Plate Trophy. We're back here in the second half of the Flow Plate Trophy, contested between VSADC and of course Caricom Masters, and they are locked at 1-1 here. Alvin Malakan in the 19th minute, and of course Sean Curtin finding the equalizer in the 46th minute of the first half. And we're off with the second half of our finals. Roman Singlis is trying to get the better of Mata. Through into Caricom Masters, taken by Inglis. He's looking for his man moving forward. But some good defending there by Valence Duncan. And Valence was finding Sean Curtin. Chantal John there, AR number 2 on the near side. Les Forrest on his birthday. Goalkeeper there for VSADC. Sean Curtin is putting this one on its mark. He's the goal scorer for VS, finding the equalizer after a wonderful save there was produced by Albert Frederick. Benjamin is trying to control this one, and Benjamin is the culprit there. Dwayne Phillips was impeded. Brian Jean putting this one on its spot. He's lifting this one gently there, but the defensive third was met. This one is back in the heat. Finding Inglis, but again dealt with. Cecile Cassius. There's been a battle there. Mata. Through in there, Joseph Evans doing the honors. Joseph was finding Dwayne Phillips, and Dwayne Phillips losing possession on this one. Way too much there on that pass. Through in there to be taken by Cecile Cassius. Through in there to VS, taken by Mata. Mata was finding Charles, but Charles just couldn't keep it in play. Mata clearing. Gilroy Mitchell couldn't bring it down. Phillips giving it away again. Gilroy Mitchell goes back to Les Forest. It's almost stuck on the Les Forest fit. Is finding his man there, and Valence is relinquishing the attack there to the Caricom Masters team. Mata is clearing it there off the defense. Giving chase is Justin Edward. Justin was trying to weigh this one there for the player coming in. Roman Singles there for Caricom Masters, finding his man, trying to bring it across. Oh, some wonderful touches there by Caricom Masters, and well dealt with by Sean Curtin in defense. Caricom not keeping the possession here. Giving it away is Caricom Masters. Justin Edward looking very good here. Short, away off target, not troubling. The man in goal, that's Albert Frederick. Clear picture there of Edward. Ball coming across there, well defended again by the defensive third of VSADC. Wasted straight into the arms of Les Forest. VG there. That's Dwayne Phillips. Ball is spread wide, looking for the man running and trying to keep it in play there. That was Romana Singles. Unable to keep it in play. Sean Curtin looking for his man, and Jan Polius whistling this one here in favor of VSADC. Caricom Masters is trying to keep the ball there and trying to bring it across Les Forest's goal, posing no threat whatsoever onto the keeper's goal. Benjamin is trying to keep this one in play as he squares it, trying to find his midfielder there. Ball is back into the defensive third of VS Mata. Is trying to dance around Inglis. Benjamin not taking care of this one. Joseph Evans finding his man. This one is pushed wide to Romanus and is being challenged there by Gilroy Mitchell. VS will commence once again, giving possession away to Cassius. Cassius finding his man, Dwayne Phillips. Caricom maintaining their composure there, not wanting to give it away, not at all. LeBron finding his man, doing so very good. The 1-2 was cut short there by the Masters. Sean Curtin finding his man moving in midfield. Some good work there by Dave Lewis. Dave Lewis on the move there, trying to get past Sean Curtin, but he was well met. Wonderful pass there from Romanus Inglis there. The ball has gone out for a throw-in. A hustle there between the two players, and the ball is still in control there on the far side by Remy finding his man. VS taking control with Benjamin Gabriel. He's well challenged there. A shot by Gilroy Mitchell and well collected by Albert Frederick. Again, well collected by Albert Frederick. No threats whatsoever. Squares it wide to Romana Singlis. Trying to dance around Gilroy Mitchell. The ball is into touch there for a throw-in. The ball goes into touch there and looks to me like a corner kick there for VSADC. The game is pretty much evenly poised. They're looking tired already. Corner kick coming in. Oh, this one was met on the head of Justin Edward. Couldn't get over it. Caricom will commence again from defense. Keith was just giving it away there. Joseph Evans is shadowing it, leaving it all to Albert Frederick. He's a goalkeeper. Albert almost gave this one away. It's all happening here. And Trevor Phillip was in there. This one is coming in very dangerously there. And a shot way over the transversal, posing no threat to Albert Frederick. The Flu Plate finals right here at the Philip Marcelin ground. Trying to keep possession is Keith Thompson, finding his man. A lovely ball looking for Romana Singlis, and Stanley Les Forest had to come off his line there. Corner to Caricom Masters. We're in the 50th minute of the game. Corner to the Masters. Relatively flat. Well dealt with by Gilroy Mitchell. Yeah. Corner by the number 5 there to be taken there for the Masters. That's a Brian Jean. The previous kicker was not up to the mark, and this one is just sailing across Les Forest goal, eluding everyone there in the 6-yard region. Clear picture of Mata there, Rufus Mata. Left defense. Mata finding is a man moving forward there. That's Benjamin. Ball is with Charles. He's trying to dance. Ricochet there from Romanus Inglis's boot. And Charles is pointing to directions and putting some words across. You see Dave Pascal with his camera in his hand. Corner to VS. Coming very dangerously, and I think the keeper has to par it out. It was sailing straight into the goal there. We saw a corner kick being scored earlier on in the tournament. I think Valley Legends player there, that's Leighton Ratos on the forward, scored from a corner kick. I think it was against Ancillary. This one is coming in very dangerously again. And this one was met there by Trevor Phillip. And he was whistled there. Joseph Evans was trying to find English there, and this one was issued into touch of the boot of Charles. Moving Andrew Charles. Sean is trying to dance around the defensive third of Caricom Masters, and is well taken care of there by Romana Singlis. Through in there. Luban is trying to bring this one across. Well, chest there by Cecile. Well, he had options, and he just put it straight into touch. Gilroy Mitchell with the through there for VS, and no one is coming for it. And Sean is well tackled there again by Cecil Cassius. VS maintaining possession of the ball game. Benjamin Gabriel with a shot wide of the right upright of Albert Frederick's goal. And looks to me like Andrew Charles is in some pain there. Calling for the help of the medical team. As you can see, the Red Cross van in the far distance. Some attention is being paid there to Andrew Charles. He's clutching the back of his thigh. I think he's on his way out, and most probably not coming back into the game. A clear picture there of Abraham Mentor. Abraham Mentor, a goalkeeper by right. He was a national goalkeeper. Gilroy Mitchell. Try to bring this one across there. Well shadowed there by Joseph Evans. But the ball is still put into touch. Rufus Mata with the throw. Gilroy Mitchell goes back to defense to Sean Curtin. He spreads it wide. But the 1-2 was a stop there by the Masters. Again looking for LeBron, but a cut short. Some good defensive work there by Brian Jean. Felix Mark. Benjamin and Felix Mark working it there, and some heavy work there for Felix Mark. He's well guarded there on the far side. Caricom will come again. Brian Jean goes back to his defense. Through in there by Felix Mark. A lovely display of trophies, and this is the big one there, the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup trophy. Trophies are on display here for tonight, and this one is wide of the goalkeeper's 6-yard region there, and the goalkeeper is just shadowing it and allowing it to go across the line. Throw in to be taken there by Abraham Mentor. A good ball down the line, looking for Andy Joseph and finding him. He's bringing this one across very dangerously, but some good defending again from VS. VSADC with Remy. He's finding LeBron. Benjamin Gabriel, and I think Gabriel is ruled offside. And a touch too wide also. Smiles on the face there, but shake of the head. Cecil Cassius fires this one long. The Masters looking to take control of the ball game there. VS putting up a resistance, and Matthias Jules is on the run. He's looking to take on his man. That's Matthias Jules. He's squaring it. A shot there from a Satan Gabriel. Well met again. Jimson Remy. And this one will go wide. Albert Frederick is going to put the left foot on this one, but straight to Linus Luis. And he was looking for LeBron there on the far side. Rohan. The Masters from the fence looking for Abraham Mentor. Good work there by Mata. Trying to put it in the heat. Valence Duncan is putting it forward for Benjamin Gabriel. Gabriel losing there to Brian Jean. Some very good work indeed again by the Masters on the far side. And Gilroy Mitchell is not giving up. And the whistle went. Through in there to Caricom Masters. VS trying to get this ball out of the defense. Guy taking on his man. Guy goes wide. Guy is there on the receiving end, but it just ricocheted there from his leg and trickles into touch for throwing to Caricom Masters to be taken there by Valence. By Caricom Masters, yes, to be taken there by Brian Jean. Jean finding Gonzague.
Is still 1-1 between VSADC and Caricom Masters. That's the finals of the Premier
Ipa. Ipa was finding Joseph Evans in defense.
To feature an artist called Ampa. Local artist called Ampa.
Some good work there on the far side. Felix Mark finding his man moving forward. And again, you see Guy Jobat is looking for his third goal. Ball is cooked to Abraham Mentor.
But we have an artist, local artist, Ampa. Thank you.
A lack of conversation there between Linus Luis and, of course, Gabriel. Some good work there by Felix Mark. Number 19 on number 19, Balboza on Mark. Finding Goofy, Matthias Jules. Jules finding Linus Lewis. Back to Jules again. Jules is trying to dance around his man. Some very good work there. Spreading it wide. Finding Gilroy Mitchell. Oh, Guy. Just couldn't bring this one down. Valence Duncan. Remy trying to put it in the heat and well dealt with again by the final third in defense for Caricom Masters. Throw in there to be taken by Jimson Remy for VS. Finding Ipa. Remy will try to bring this one across. Finding Goofy, and Goofy's blazing it over the transversal. Hands on head by Benjamin Satan Gabriel.
To get something right here at the DJ booth, only $15 in checking. Yeah. We only have
free tickets left, so if you want to go to the after party tonight, you come in with $15 for a ticket.
Albert Frederick
Very quickly.
leases this one forward and straight into touch. For a throw-in to be taken there by the VSADC player. That's Mata. Oh, good turn there. Matthias Jules looking for his man, and he was robbed by Ibrahim Mentor. He's punished well wide by Theobald, finding his man. Ipa with Felix Mark the help, and Ipa is trying to move on his man. They're well guarded by Andy Joseph. Jimison goes back in defense and straight to Les Forrest. Les Forrest is looking for Mata. Rufus Mata there. And he's found him. Mata is trying to make inroads. Mata is well challenged there by Ibrahim. Ball is pushed wide and again no sense of communication there from Linus Lewis and of course Benjamin Gabriel. Theobald Gonzaga spreads it wide, and Balboza there. Fergus just couldn't control this one there. Tired legs, I must say. It looks to me this one is going to go into extra time likewise. Throw in there by Mata. Looking for Linus Lewis, and this one is cleared by Joseph Evans. This is the 77th minute as Ipa is trying to dance and Ipa just couldn't get through the defensive third of the Masters here. Ball is kept in play by Andy Joseph. A wayward cross there, met by Benjamin Gabriel. Finding Ipa Mitchell, but giving it away. And the referee Jay and Polius is having a wonderful time in the middle. Even trying to put in the passes there. Mentor was well dealt with by Rufus Mata. Guy Shabatis finds his man. Well dealt with there on the far side by the player there moving forward for Caricom Masters. A good tackle there on the far side from the defensive third of the Masters. A lovely 1-2. Ibrahim finding his man. No threats there whatsoever for Stanley Les Forrest in goal. He laces this one forward. Looking for Guy. And Mentor Smile on his face there. The guy winning the throw. Guy looking for his fourth goal, and this one is peeling from the outer portion of Guy's boot into touch there for a throw into Caricom Masters. The Masters will come forward again. Andre finding his man here on the near side. That's Ibrahim. Theobalds Gonzaga. Way too heavy. Les Forest was looking for Linus Lewis there, but again relinquishing the possession to the Masters. Some very soft touches there. Evans finding Ibrahim Mentor. Mentor will have to dance around Gilroy Mitchell. And this one is off Mata. A throw in there to Caricom Masters. Evans with the throw. This one is coming across very dangerously and well dealt in defense again by Sean Curtin, and he's not happy at all. Complaining to the man there on the near side. He's allowing the ball to come across. Corner there on the far side for Caricom Masters. Coming in very dangerously there. Joseph Evans not dealing with this one there to his satisfaction. Throw in there from Mata for VS. Gabriel looking for Matthias Jules, but Jules was well handled there by Cecil Cassius. Going back to Albert Frederick, his goalkeeper. He's spread it wide. Brian Jean looking for his man. Malikan is taking this one off the defense of VS. Robbed Mata there. Curtis. Joseph Evans is just handling the ball in the wrong manner there. But it looks to me like VS is putting up a resistance there in defense. And Gilroy Mitchell was brought down by Andre Samuel of Caricom Masters. It seems to me like tonight both games are gonna end at a 1-1 draw. The ball is poked straight into the grasp of Albert Frederick. And we would through there. Gabriel bringing this one across. Looking for Modest on the far side. Modest is handled there by Brian Jean. Modest is trying to rob him there on the far side. Some good work there by Linus Lewis. Ipa was looking for the man moving wide. Sean Curtin. Again, finding his opponent, but recuperating. And at the final whistle, it's still locked at 1-1 here in regulation time between VSADC and Caricom Masters. That of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup. That's the plate trophy here at the final stages. It was Alvin Malakan finding the back of the net in the 19th minute of the first half with Sean Curtin with the equalizer. And we're still locked here at 1-1. At the completion of the second half. So there you have it in regulation time. 1-1 between VSADC and of course Caricom Masters. Will be back here for extra time, 10 minutes and a half, and providing that it remains at 1-1. For sure we are going to go into penalty shootouts, and let me remind you, you're watching courtesy Winners TV. We're back here with the first half of extra time between VSADC and Caricom Masters to decide the winner of the Floatplate trophy for 2017-2018 right here at the Philip Marcelin ground. And you're watching courtesy Winners TV. There you see the number 9, that is Guy Jabatis, and of course Matthias Jules as Goofy, having a little game there with himself, picking up things from the tooth and spilling it either where, here or the other. Felix Mark trying to dance around his man. Finding Modest. Looking for Benjamin Gabriel, and this one is put into touch by Andre Emmanuel of Caricom Masters. Felix Mark with the throw for VS. Looking for Jules, that's Matthias, aka Goofy. Felix Mark again will dance on the near side. He was well catered there by the man moving in the defense for Caricom. Jules again is trying to dance around his man. Trying to bring this one across is Matthias Jules. And it looks to me that Goofy winning himself a corner there. Bernard Modest retrieving the ball. Felix Mark bringing this one across, and short off target there. Gilroy Mitchell firing this one. Caricom putting up a resistance here Throw in there to VS. This one is coming across there. Guy finding this one, and Guy is trying to put the shot there at the back of the net, but it's wide of the right over Albert's post. Posing no threat to Albert Frederick in goal for Caricom Masters. 10 minutes and a half for extra time. Throw in there to VS. Goofy found. And Goofy was held back by Brian Jean. VS has a chance to go up. Courtesy Felix Mark here, standing over the ball. Two-man wall. Ball is back with Felix Mark. He's trying to dance around his man and bringing it across and posing no threat whatsoever to the goal of Albert Frederick. He goes wide to Joseph Evans. And there was a mix-up there between Curtis Noel and Joseph Evans. The ball has gone into touch for a throw in there. Guy. Shorter way of a target there across Albert's goal from Guy. Curtis finding his man Inglis. Well met there by Andre Emmanuel. Looking for Curtis again, but he's finding Andy Joseph. Alvin Malakan was robbed in the process. His ball is put back into the heat. And looks to me like Balboza is offside.
Get on your ticket stubs. Those giveaways have been there for too long, so we need to give them away. I'm going to call up the ticket number, listen attentively, and then we move on from there.
Shot off target there. Andy Joseph had all the opportunities to put this one on target.
Does anybody have this? 0091. Okay, we're moving on.
We're just experiencing some drizzle here at the
0061.
Philip Massenet ground.
0061.
Modest. I just couldn't keep this one in play.
Moving on.
A display of the trophies there. And Tennyson and his compatriot there getting wet. Tennyson and Lopez there with the giveaways on the ground. You could see the spots of the rain on the camera lens.
There's a guy upstairs. You look at 0069. No, you. Not the ticket. I said you.
Still 1-1 here in the first half of extra time.
We continue.
VS. Barbosa for the Masters. It goes back to his defense.
0051.
Barbosa has only one defender and the keeper to take on. But again, he just couldn't pass Felix Mack. Benjamin Gabriel for VSADC. Benjamin Gabriel is almost sinking this one to the far pole. I had Albert Frederick in all sorts of trouble there. Gabriel with hands on head. For a moment, I thought the breeze would have bring it back into Albert's goal there, but again, the Masters will commence from defense, giving possession away, recuperating there by Malakan is helped there on the far side, introducing the dreadlocked man into the game. That's Philip Ismail.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Through in there by Rufus Mata. Gilroy Mitchell back to Mata.
Next one is an umbrella. From Flo. A Flo umbrella.
Some good work there by Goofy. Finding Benjamin. Benjamin giving it away. Looks to me like Barbosa there on the run into the final third of VSADC, and I think he was pushed there by Epa, but again, the referee is too far to see that. Modest with a burst of fury there on the near side. Is trying to bring this one back, and a tussle there between Modest and, of course, the defender there for Caricom Masters. Andre Emmanuel there in a battle there with the dreadlocks man.
0184.
A free kick there to be taken by Benjamin Satan Gabriel. Oh, what a save there by Albert Frederick, just tipping this one over the transversal. A lovely shot of the crowd there. Towering header was met to this cross, and Frederick is in no nonsense guarding his goal area. This one was coming across there for VSADC, and it was straight into the goal, and it was whistled and they are not pleased about it at all. The goal won't stand. Before the corner kick was taken, the whistle went, that of Gian Polius, and the first half of extra time is completed, and it's still locked at 1-1 here in the finals of the plate trophy contested by VSADC, between VSADC and, of course, Caricom Masters. Well, we're off Malikan in the midfield, spreading it back to his defense. The second half of extra time. Well, it seems to me that both games are going to go into penalty shootouts here tonight. Third and fourth place a game went into extra time and of course into penalty shootouts. I think providing that it remains in this manner here tonight, it will go to penalty shootouts here. That's the finals of the Flow Play Trophy. Barbosa squares it wide. Is looking for Dwayne Phillips. Phillips was looking for Ishmael, but was well met again by the defensive third over VSADC. Joseph Evans with the throw. Some good work there. Matthias looking for Benjamin. Benjamin is going wide. Looking for Felix Mark. Guy spreads it wide. Mark is bringing this across, and guys missing this one completely, and well guarded there again by the goalkeeper. And Mark guy was whistled, and he's not happy at all. Elbert squares it wide to his defense.
0126. 0126. 0126.
Barbosa finding his man. Barbosa there on the far side, trying to dance around into the defensive third of VSADC. The whistle of Gian Polius went there, sporting an infringement. Just for the 18-yard region. Ishmael give chase, but Mata finding his man. Ipa. Well contested again by Caricom Masters, but Ipa finding his man on the far side. Some good work there by Philip. Ipa again. Sean Curtin. Rufus Mata. Well contested there by Philip Ishmael. Throwing there to Rufus Mata to be taken there. It was Kent Weeks leaving it there for Mata. Mata with the throw there again for VSADC. Trevor Phillips squaring this one wide, finding his man. Ball is coming gently across there to Benjamin Gabriel, and it looks to me like Gillan Vigier there for the Masters. Put it into touch. Corner kick there for VSADC. Elbert is letting this one go by. Very tired legs out there. That of the teams of VSADC and of course Caricom Masters. Oh, some good move there. A good turn. Felix Mark it is. And it looks to me that he's winning himself a corner on the far side.
All right. 0-1-3-2. 0-1-3-2. Finally, yeah. Finally.
Corner kick there for VSADC.
It's okay.
And this header was wide of the mark.
So,
Elbert goes wide. Joseph Evans finds his man. Inglis. Some good skills have been displayed there again. Modest. Mitchell finding his man. Modest again, and Caricom Masters looking very good indeed. Malikan trying to find his man there, but again, you see the VSADC team is putting up a resistance in the defensive third and preventing Caricom from coming through. Benjamin. A good pass there. Kent Wicks. And it looks to me like Matthias Jules was ruled offside. Some tired legs out there. VSADC and of Caricom Masters. Clear picture of Dwayne Phillips there, the number 6 for Caricom Masters. Throw in there to VS.
Last prize, Lopez. The last prize is the umbrella. The parasol. The last one. The parasol.
Throw in there by Mata.
Chaps, I will give you this umbrella, but you need to curb your enthusiasm.
Kent Wicks.
What do you want?
Gilroy Mitchell.
What do you want? No, the other one.
Losing it there. Gone straight back to his keeper. Matthias Jules. Shot off target there by Trevor Phillip.
That's right. 0206. Alhambra. 0206. 0206. No. 0206.
Caricom. Looking very, very good there indeed. Putting the passes together. And no problems there for the man in goal, Stanley Les Forest. And at the final whistle of extra time, it's still locked at 1-1. So we'll be going into penalty shootouts here at the finals of the Flow Plate trophy between VSADC and, of course, Caricom Masters.
You from Rugby, right? Who do you want to win? You from Central Countries. Who do you want? Both. I want him. How can both win? You say what? Caricom. Right. Now you know I like the color of your lipstick. What color is it? No, I don't like this. Yeah. Purple moonlight. Yeah. Ah, that's burgundy. That's burgundy moonlight. My shirt is burgundy moonlight. How's this purple? Yeah, let's go. First kicker, Caricom Masters.
It will be Keith Thompson for Caricom Masters. And he's put it at the back of the net.
Up next, we have short curtain to kick from VSADC. If you look at the position of the VSADC players, see the player there, Canaglo. Yeah, Canaglo, yeah. The nerves are setting in right now.
Sean Curtin steps up to the plate. Try to list his boot there before he go against Albert Frederick. Sean Curtin from the sport for VSADC. Sean has put that at the back of the net. Well taken again.
Up next, number 21 for Caricom Masters, who used to be a goalkeeper, but now plays a right field. Let's see if he can carry this one through.
Andy Joseph for Caricom Masters from the spot. Andy Joseph against Les Forest. And a save there by Les Forest.
Today is the birthday of Stanley Les Forest in goal for VSADC. He just pulled one back by saving it. And the crowd is in a frenzy.
Les Forest effecting a save there on his birthday. Valence Duncan there from the spot. Oh, cheeky one there.
Duncan for VSADC just converted. And in my hand, they just gave me a phone to raffle. So take out the ticket stubs. That phone don't even need a SIM card to it. Wait, just say, God shines with the purple moonlight lipstick. Come. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah.
Dave Lewis from the sport for Caricom Masters. And putting this one at the back of the net.
If we don't win tonight, please give your name and number on the stumps. There's a box because next week we're going to be right there. We're going to have an iPhone SE. What? Another iPhone. What is next week is iPhone SE special edition. Up next, Gilroy Mitchell for VSADC.
Gilroy Mitchell there from the spot for VSADC. Oh, save there by Albert Frederick.
What's the score? 3 kicks, 2 offers. 3 kicks and they both have this one. Yes. Very good. So 2. Right. The phone that doesn't work on a SIM card. Just say, call now. Big saves don't give up. Big saves. To win this? So what about that?
It will be Romana Singlis from the spot there for Caricom Masters. Les Forrest in goal on his birthday. A save there by Les Forrest on his birthday. Stanley Les Forrest with 2 brilliant saves from the penalty spot, choosing his corner. Tennyson having fun there with the crowd. Benjamin Gabriel there punishing Albert from the spot.
Up next for Caricom Masters is Andre Emmanuel. Andre Emmanuel. And if he grows this, VSADC has won. So the score decided. If he scores, they stay alive. To keep them alive. Yeah, if he scores, they stay alive. If he misses, VSADC wins. I will be this with Andre Manuel. Oh, maybe something.
Andre Manuel there for Caricom Masters from the sport against Les Forest. On his birthday, he's saved 2. Oh, saved again by Les Forest. And Les Forest on his birthday bringing the plate trophy to VSADC. And VSADC relinquishing the main trophy and going home with the plate trophy this year. Les Forest in goal, producing 3 wonderful saves. And of course, see the fans there enjoying the moments. VSADC winning on penalty shootout here, winning the plate trophy, that of the Caribbean Alliance Gold Cup Veterans Football for 2017-2018 by 3 penalties to 2. 3 wonderful saves there by Stanley Les Forest on his birthday, the custodian in goal for VSADC. And of course, we'll be handling the prize giving ceremony in a matter of moments, and we'll be back here come the 10th of February to see the 3rd place and 3rd and 4th place, that of the Gold Cup being contested between Central Viewford and of course Mabuya Valley Legends, and of course the finals, that of the main trophy, will be contested between Soufre and of course the boys from the north, Grosely. Action was captured there by Winners TV, and it's veterans football at its highest peak. Yes, of course. There you have it again. The Masters went down to VSADC veterans. They were locked at regulation time, 1-1. They went into extra time, none didn't find the back of the net, and VSADC got the better of them in penalty shootouts by 3 penalties to 2. Stanley Les Forest on his birthday being excellent again. Shot stopper from the spot, saving 3. So VSADC relinquishing the title, that of the main trophy, and clinching the plate trophy, the floor plate trophy for 2017-2018. And of course, it's Black Hat Journey signing out from the Philip Masley ground right down here in Viewfort.
And winning the plate. They were the defending champions of the Gold Championship. They were relegated to the plate and they won. Round of applause to VSADC on winning this year's plate championship. We gotta do this right. We will call on the officials. I think the 4 officials which officiated at the finals. Please come forward. The 4 officials who stood in the finals, please come forward. We have some prizes to distribute. Mr. Niles will assist. Manfred will assist as well in the prizes. Come. The officials. The referee, the AR1, AR2, and the 4th official. We're going to do the referee. The referee, come forward. I know, but where's the referee? He left already. Well, pick up on his behalf. Yeah? She was one of the assistant referees. Apparently the referee has left. So she is picking up on her behalf, on his behalf. Miss Chantal Joe. Yeah. Next official. Harriet is going to pick up her award as well, or a token of, I will call it an award, I call it a token of appreciation. Thank you, Harriet. The other individual, Julia, please. Yeah. And just pick up the other trophy. Let's give him both, yeah? Because he has one for himself. Yeah. And Chantal Rodi. Where's what? That's for the referee. So what's the referee do? Yeah? Yeah, let's pick up that one for him as well. Yeah? Good. Right. So thank you for the officials. Doing a good job. We do have a very interesting. We have a very interesting situation. There is the most goals in the plate championship. If my memory serves me right, there is a three-way tie. Benjamin Satan Gabriel has 3 goals, Guy Jabatis has 3 goals, and Alvin Malikan has 3 goals. So BIS will have to create a situation where each of you guys do get something. Well, what we can do, since we have 3 of you out there, please come up for the first opportunity, and we're going to spread that trophy and decide how you guys are going to move forward in sharing that trophy. So, Benjamin Satan Gabriel. Benjamin Satan Gabriel. No, there's no edge in this. What I suspect is in February, March, April, May, Satan. June, July, August, Marathon. Yeah, something like that. Where's your guy? He was staying in the office. Guy Jabatis. Where's Guy Jabatis? Guy, man, stop this shy thing, man. Come out, man. Guy Jabatis. Call him on Guy Jabatis. Come on. You guys have won. Calling on Guy Jabatis. Who am this man? What game are you limping? Now you're limping. Guy limping Jabatis. No, that. Yeah, go ahead, guys. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. Moving on. There is a 4th place prize. A 4th place cash prize. Tennessee Stones Ginger Wine. EC $800. 4th place prize. Lancers, representative from Lancers 4FC. Why is everybody limping to collect the prize? What is this? Alright, Bible is going to collect the 4th place. There's a cash prize. So there's a plate and also a cash prize. That's going to sponsor, Chelsea sponsor Lancers. Bible. Round of applause for Lancers, guys. We'll get the 4th place in the plate. Good. Moving on. Well, the cash prize, right, of $800, which will be, of course, which will be deposited. Yeah, Lancers account. Yeah, that's right. Electronic transfer. 4th place team went to Labowie Connections, new entrance Labowie. They are going home with $1,000, courtesy Stag, and the bronze medals. Labowie Connections. If the team is still around, they will collect the medals, yes? Labowie Connections, first time ever in veterans football, getting 4th place. Round of applause for Labowie, and they did have good support from the community. They had another team as well, so big up Labowie. And they have a section leader. I don't know her name, but she's the section leader for the Labowie Connections. Laboui, 2, 3, Laboui, 1, 3, Laboui. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, man. Are you ready? Moving on. You collect your medals already? Sell by, something that mess, and then boom, Pampers boss around. Let's make a line and collect your medals, guys. Collect your medals, guys. Laboui Collections. Good team. Respect. Laboui Collections, thank you very much. Oh yes, all right. Alright, good fight. Alright. Football sometimes can be a cruel sport. If you remember earlier today, I mentioned that the Caricom Masters team have not tasted defeat the entire season. However, they tasted defeat. Yeah, no problem, good coach. Coach Nostro. No problem. Nostro Damas. He told me they would have gotten third place from since the start of the competition. Nostro. Yeah? Alright, good. Moving on. Earlier I mentioned that the Caricom Masters team have not lost in the competition. However, I do think that they have nothing to be ashamed of. Because if you lose on a penalty shootout in the finals, I do think that you guys played brilliant. It's just that the result didn't go in your favor. So it's a good record. However, you are not the champions, but nothing to be ashamed of. I think you guys had a remarkable season, and I urge you guys to give yourselves a round of applause on, you didn't win the big fish, but good season altogether. So we ask that the Caricom Masters team line up where you can receive your plate and also your silver medals, and they're also going to walk away with $1,500. Also, there is a player from the Caricom Masters team who got injured. I think it was the quarterfinals. It goes by the name of Bottom. So Bottom, your team, they didn't win, but they fought valiantly for you. And we hope that you have a speedy recovery so that you can be back on the pitch where you belong. So, Caricom Masters, make your way silver medals, $1,500 EC dollars, courtesy Mackerson. Now, Caricom now have a theme song like how West Indies. Lovely. You have that song there? Everybody give praise. Because West Indies, Caricom, similar. Everybody give praise. Everybody sing praise.
No longer thought, brothers born of this region. is our undying love. This Caribbean nation is rising fast. A sunbeam cutting through a cloudy past. A passion fills the world like a raging fire. As the sun shines, we know we can take it higher. Let every voice be raised. Everybody give praise. Rally, rally on the West Indies. Now and forever. Rally, rally round the West Indies. No time
Thank you, lovely. Thank you. You know we have to do this right. Other prizes to give out. We have the champions to crown, and also we have to crown the MVP of the finals. And I was given this task. Some names went into my hat, and I made my final decision. Alvin Malakan, the CEO of BIS, collected his silver medal and also top scorer alongside Satan. And relax. I ain't talking to him. Relax. We have what is called the MVP of the finals. There isn't an MVP for the overall plate championship, but an MVP of the finals. Interesting enough, when it comes to a decision like that, we have to take many things into consideration. I watched the versatility of Sean Curtin leaving his position and grabbing that equalizer, which was so needed. Alvin Malakan as well, ever present in getting the first goal for his team, vital. However, there is one individual who rose to the occasion and ensured that his team made it through over the line. And that individual is Mr. Stanley Forrest, the goalkeeper for VSADC. He is the finals MVP. And incidentally, today is his birthday. He turned 51. So, resounding round of applause for Stanley Forrest, the MVP of the finals. We'll go across to this side. Let's hold on, guys. He has got his trophy as well. No, but it doesn't matter. No, but in my neck of the woods, it's after 11, my brother. I'm from Cicero. We 1 hour behind. So, again, congratulations to Stanley Forrest on winning the MVP of the plate finals. Job well done. Now we call on the captain of the VSADC team to organize his players where they can receive their trophy and also the big check or the replica of the check. And the trophy, the medals, the replica of the check, you name it. The captain come forward of VSADC. Ulysses Mack, not to me, this side, Mr. Mack. No, but your name is Felix Mack, Ulysses Mack. That is the captain, he is the captain, sorry. So I think we should present first the plates. And we do have Mr. Come forward now. The plate. Terry Finn is there representing for float. There you go. So, yeah, the float plate. I want to stop my VSADC to you. I just need to get that song in my head. Alright, lovely. You know that song? Champion. Yeah, give me that. Yeah, give me that. Because I find VSADC and I go, fight Bravo. That man is dead, man. Yeah. You have to give me a fight Bravo.
DJ Bravo, DJ Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows it, Bravo. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows Chris King is a champion. See me a champion, Bounty a champion, Marshall is a champion, Boogie is a champion, Fuller is a champion, Lama is a champion, Jane is a champion.
No champagne, they have champagne in the cooler in the back there. They have champagne in the cooler. Yeah. Yeah. Are you ready?
Friday, who's a champion? Champion, 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 champion.
Shake it up, shake it up, shake it up.
Champion, everybody knows it, Bravo, champion. DJ Bravo.
Open up, man. You want to see champagne and fuck and grow? Bust that. Yeah, champagne.
Bravo.
So roll it up.
Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows it, Bravo, champion.
Open that. Congratulations to VSADC, champions of the place.
Everybody knows Chris King is a champion. See me a champion, Bounty a champion, Fuller is a champion, Lama is a champion, Jane is a champion. Don't forget, Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Nina a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a champion, Man Friday, who's a champion? Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows that Bravo a champion.
Lovely. Alright, good going, guys. Organize to get the medals, the gold medals. Let's put my line right there, guys. Let's put my line right there. You guys can pick up the medals, yeah? Hey, boy, I never know he's a drink champion, boy. This time I see you drink champion. Good vibe, good vibe, good vibe.